in between his, like she's laying sideways in between his legs. She has two fingers going in his bowl as the other.
Pillows. His legs is like this.
Peep the leg position too. Peep the leg position. That's somebody
is like this.
Wide open.
She's inserted like
3 fingers.
You know.
Man, I would hate it if Tasha K knew my business. I do not want her to spin her chair on me, because that's what just happened to Roland Martin. And now this man is scrambling and scraping to keep some nasty footage under wraps. So in case you haven't seen it yet, Tasha claims she has stills from a video that supposedly shows Roland with a woman that's not his wife. And according to Tasha, it looks like Roland was on the receiving end in the bed, if you know what I mean. Now I know Tasha is messy, but she also had that whole drama with Cardi when Cardi sued for defamation and won $4 million. Tasha even had to file for bankruptcy, but a federal judge ruled that she still has to pay Cardi. So my point is, I doubt Tasha would claim something like this about Roland Martin unless she had actual receipts. And the thing is, Roland isn't even denying it. He's threatening to sue anybody who posts the footage, but he's not saying the footage is fake. And y'all know Roland Martin's history. He's been dragging people for years. He has a whole show where he criticizes everybody. He always piles on black people and preaches about family values. He demands accountability from everyone else. Well, Roland, now we're demanding accountability from you. Because this isn't even the first time this man was caught up in some mess. Y'all remember when he was on live and caught a glimpse of his computer and there was something really freaky, and then he turned it off way real quick.
About your opponent.
And then I also remember this video of Roland tooting it up. So yeah, the only thing that's surprising about this new footage is there isn't another man involved, but I'll get to that in a second. First, let me break down exactly what Tasha K claims she has. Here's what Tasha wrote on X. It's absolutely insane that I just received stills from a video allegedly showing Roland Martin inside a woman's home, not his wife's, laid out on her bed, appearing to be. The fact that cameras are set up in the room, the fact that he allegedly sent her pictures of himself in a G-string. This is only the beginning. I wish I could unsee this. And then the next day, Tasha shared an update claiming that she spoke directly to Roland's team, and they told her the images are real. Tasha wrote, Roland Martin's team has confirmed to my team that the stills I received of him appearing naked in a woman's home that's not his wife are 100% authentic. He says he is being extorted. He also proposed that he would be suing if we or any other blog disseminates these hilarious images of him appearing to be in a leopard print thong. And the reason Tasha has all this inside info is because her current management team actually used to work with Roland. And according to Tasha, she was told that Roland doesn't deny that the bedroom video exists.
He needs to know that this is coming out. And they caught him and he didn't deny. We just got word back. He said that he's aware of it. The videos are somewhat old and he's being extorted. Okay, girl. I'm waiting on his lawyer to call me because I want to know what we're going to discuss. Because we're going to discuss Roland Martin on Monday.
So on Monday, August 3rd, Tasha did a whole episode on this, and she spilled everything.
Listen, I was sent some very excruciating pictures of Roland Martin, the Democrat, the family man, the husband, okay? No kids. Everybody's been speculating whether this man is gay or not about. I have the receipts in my phone, okay? While he was getting his broken in, because I know the rumors. Y'all thought that he was either bisexual or gay. Y'all didn't even know he was married. He's been married 21 years. This is his second wife. He was married to another woman. I'm going to leave her out of this for 6 years. And she left him. I saw the pictures. I saw the videos. I know why she left. Okay? And that's why we're going to leave her identity alone. But he is married to a pastor. She is a preacher. and has been with her for 21 years.
So then Tasha brought in YouTuber Poetic Flacco because he also saw this bedroom footage of Roland. Tasha then confirmed that she spoke to Roland's lawyer, who said the footage is real, but they can't show it because that would constitute a crime. They can just talk about the video stills, but they can't release the full video. And let's be real, no one wants to see that footage anyway, and here's why. Tasha pulled up the pictures on her phone, and here's how she described what she saw.
Tension. So his body is shaped like an inverted triangle.
Yes.
He has a foop, which means fat over
A bussy pouch.
poo-poo. Right. And then he has, of course, hair, and then he has on a G-string, but it has a cuff. And I thought it was leopard print at first, but it looks like army fatigue or money.
Yeah.
But it's barely covering like his big monkey, like his micro.
Yeah. Facts.
It's a micro. Okay.
And
What's
he got
up?
the catfishing too, because what he did was, right, he put his balls within the pouch so it hung a little bit lower. The nigga got the catfishing. Look at it. That ain't his.
But it gets wilder. Tasha described more details from another video still, and I gotta warn you, it gets graphic. She said she saw Roland in the birthing position and claimed he has some type of condition where he can't give, only receive.
So he's on the bed, laying on the headboard. The headboard got little diamonds in it. He got fur pillows. His legs is like this.
Peep the leg position too. Peep the leg position. That's somebody
Legs is like this.
wide open.
She's inserted like,
3 fingers.
you know, he assumed the position to receive. And I'm just gonna say this, and I'm not picking at him like this is an actual medical condition, but here's the thing. Roland, I feel like, can't give. He's only a receiver.
Yes.
And I feel like that's why a lot of people think that he may be gay or bisexual. Given the video, let me play this video. I think we got to drop you down for a second. Like this. He was in birthing position.
Oh my God, man.
He was in birthing position.
Bruh.
And when you're in that position, which means you got to kind of toot it up on the pillows so you can get it, because he is not a giver, he is a receiver.
So the video is 100% real. Roland's own lawyer confirmed it, and now Roland claims he's being extorted. Now, as for the woman in the video, several sources alleged that her name is Shakola Thompson Stokes, and apparently she's a professional who does this to DL celebrities. Shakola and her pimp allegedly extort high-profile people, and this part is also alleged, but the streets are saying the one celebrity Shakola successfully extorted is Jamie Foxx. But let's get back to Roland. We need to talk about why people are really eating this up, because it's not just about the video or even Roland's rumored DL lifestyle. It's about who Roland Martin is and how he's treated other people for years. This is the same man who went after every single black public figure who dared criticize the Democratic Party. He basically built an entire career out of publicly humiliating people. Roland also loves to preach about having integrity and principles, and he often drags people for being performative and hypocrites.
See, I'm tired of these performative so-called evangelicals, Christians, folk who claim to be people of faith, whether they Jews, whether they are Buddhist or Hindu or Christian or Muslim, whatever you want to call it. All I want to know is, which Bible are you talking about?
Right, so Roland, which Bible tells you to cheat on your wife with an escort? And the craziest part is that Roland's wife is a pastor. Roland is married to Reverend Jackie Hood Martin, and she is an ordained minister, author, and speaker. So the nerve of Roland to drag other people for being hypocrites when he put himself in a position to embarrass his pastor wife like this is crazy work. Now look, what Roland does in the bedroom with other consenting adults is his business, but don't go around acting all self-righteous when you're out here cheating on your wife and paying another woman to insert fingers in your... Also, Roland wants people to leave him alone and respect his privacy, but he never gave anybody else that grace. Anybody who doesn't fall in line with what he thinks, he drags them publicly. So now he's just getting a dose of his own medicine. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Because after Tasha described what she saw in those pictures, certain questions came up about Roland's rumored double life. First, let's rewind to 2012, when Roland was a CNN contributor. During the Super Bowl, he tweeted tweeted, "If a dude at your Super Bowl party is hyped about David Beckham's H&M underwear ad, smack the ish out of him." And then he also tweeted about a Patriots player in a pink suit needing a visit from Team Whip.A. CNN immediately suspended him, and then he apologized, claiming he was just joking and would never wish harm on the LGBT community. So Roland was out here making jokes about wanting to smack gay men, but now he's on video laid up in the birthing position. This man spent years dragging others and acting like the morality police is now the one begging for grace he never gave anybody. You just gotta love it when karma shows up. And it's not just random people online saying this. Look at what happened at the DNC in August 2024. Roland was at the Democratic National Convention, and when this guy, Jamal Green, confronted him, Roland ran away and hid behind a woman.
Yesterday, you tweeted about me. You tweeted and called me dumb yesterday, right? You called me dumb. Say what you got to say right now. Say what you got to say.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the.
Jamal later called him out on X and said Roland talks trash online but can't handle confrontation in person. Jamal said, "Roland Martin, you nasty man, but I showed y'all he had female tendencies when I saw him. So there's a pattern here. Roland talks smack online, calls other men dumb and simple Simons. But when it's time to face somebody in real life, he runs. And now, when it's time to address those allegations, he threatens lawsuits. But Tasha K already did her thing, and Roland's lawyer was forced to admit those photos were real. So now the conversation is no longer about whether the footage exists, it's about what happens now. So is Roland on the DL? We don't know. But the rumors have been swirling for years. Did he cheat on his wife? Well, he didn't deny it. He just said he's being extorted. But one thing's for sure. The man who joked about smacking dudes for liking David Beckham's underwear ad is now on video in a G-string, with legs in birthing position. You can't make this up. And there's one more thing I want to touch on. A lot of people on social media are saying they're not shocked by the Roland Martin news because he to that Greek society. So Roland is a member of two fraternities, Alpha Phi Alpha and Sigma Pi Phi. He's been a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Inc. since his time as a student at Texas A&M University, and he represents his membership in the fraternity openly in his work. And he's also a member of Sigma Pi Phi, also known as the Boule. And here's why this mattered. Back in April 2026, Justin Fairfax, who used to be the Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, and his wife, Dr. Serena Fairfax, and then took his own life. Their teenage children were in the house, and their son made the 911 call. It was horrific. And you know how Roland Martin responded? He posted a tribute to Justin Fairfax. He called Justin his brother in Alpha Phi Alpha and Sigma Pi Phi fraternity. He talked about how devastated Justin was about the allegations that ruined his political career. He asked people to pray for Justin's family. And while he did mention Serena, the focus of his post was on Justin and his struggles. And then Roland went on his show and turned the whole thing into a panel about Black men's mental health. He brought in these amateur psychologists to talk about emotional dysregulation and how Black men are more likely to take their own lives than Black women.
I mean, when we look at the case of Justin Fairfax, I mean, I think any, clinical psychologist is able to see that he had all of the markers for all the risk factors that.
And all this over a man who his wife in front of their children. And Roland turned it into a conversation about the feelings, and all his fraternity brothers were doing the same thing, posting flattering pictures of Justin, talking about what a good man he was, and ignoring what he actually did. And when the heat became too much, Roland deleted his tribute to Justin. However, he still doubled down on the praise and claimed he only removed it because the Sigma Pi Phi fraternity leadership told him to, because they have rules about using their images and names on social media. And then on his show, he kept going with the mental health angle without ever acknowledging the actual victim, Serena Fairfax, and her mental health struggles living with a disturbed and dangerous man.
Respectability Politics Care Bear Roland Martin thought it was a good idea to gather a panel of Black male mental health avengers to memorialize Justin Fairfax and talk about the struggles Black men face in America right after this man murdered his wife, Dr. Serena Fairfax, and then ended his own life, orphaning his own children. But at no point was there an extensive dialogue about how Black women are always on the receiving end of Black male aggression. These women labor for these men, they cook, they clean, they bear children for these ungrateful men, and what many of them get in return return is all the sorrow, all the contempt, all the rage from these black men they're not allowed to show towards the white men who are actually oppressing them. This left-wing Ewok always had an overinflated ego, but at least he made up for it by doing solid work. But judging by the line of mental health niggas he couldn't wait to mentally fillet, he done fell all the way off. You've been a journalist for 20-some years and your choices are giving undergrad first semester. Were there no black women organizers you could call so they could give their—
So this situation really showed people who Roland Martin is as a person. A woman lost her life, and he was more concerned about his frat brother's reputation than the victim. And that's why when this Tasha K stuff dropped, a lot of people said they don't have any sympathy to spare for Roland. And people aren't mad about the video, they're mad about the hypocrisy. One user said, "It's always the loudest voices that find themselves in this type of scandal." Another person wrote, "Let's see if this scandal humbles him so that he genuinely repents. Roland is very arrogant and unjustifiably angry all the time, so we'll see." And then someone else added, "Release the Roland files." But I want to hear your takes on this. Do you think Roland's career survives this? And who's more wrong, him for doing this stuff or Tasha K for airing it out? Let me know in the comments and I'll catch you in the next one.